Today I'm going to break down how any agent in any state in the country can sell $10 million a year or make $10 million in sales volume as a real estate agent. I'm going to break it down based off of my experience crossing that threshold, not only in Michigan, but in Florida, all the little road bumps that will come along the way, all the things that you need to have, the softwares, the systems, etc. It's not going to be super over the top. I'm going to make this as simple as possible for you guys. So please, let's just put over here $10 million, okay? We're gonna put $10 million in sales volume, boom. I want you guys to be cognizant of two things. This is a number, and your GCI is another number, and your net income is another number. If you guys say to me, I wanna make 300 grand, which most of you don't, you just start off with you start with 10 million. To me, the average agent's gonna get 2.5%, right? So you're gonna take home 250K. When you guys say that, to me, I'm like, okay, well, what do you want to make? I want to do 10 million bucks, man. Okay. $10 million is 250K GCI at 2.5%. Now, what's your broker split? I'm just going to go out on a limb and say it's 70-30, right? Because that's what most of you guys are paying. What's the exact number on that? 7 times 2.5 would be, or maybe 30% would be easier to take away from that. So 2.5 times 3 is 75,000. Hey Siri, what's 70% of 250,000?
70% times 250,000 is 175,000.
I love being smart. Okay, it's 175K. That's what you guys don't understand. You wanted to make 300 grand, but you just realized after the math, it's not. It's actually 175 grand. So the first problem is you guys are doing the math entirely wrong. Let's look at it like this. I want to make 300 grand GCI. You guys are not getting 3% on every deal. However, you might even double dip a couple deals. Even if that's the case, this math is still not something that I'm super comfortable with saying it or writing it like so. The first thing we have to understand is this. What is my market? So if you guys are in middle America and your average price point is 500K, if you guys have been stagnant at a certain number for a while, but you have a business that makes 100 to 200,000 a year, or maybe even 300,000, well, you wouldn't be clicking on this video if you didn't make that, but whatever. Let's say you're at 150, 200 grand and you're just trying to elevate a little bit. The first thing I would do is let's do an audit on what your market is. What are you selling right now? What is your average price point? How many units are you doing? And how are you getting those leads? So that's like the first thing that we're gonna understand is really just the math. I wanna know averages. I wanna know sources. Now this is somebody who might just be like, you're either brand new and you're watching this video and you're like, I'm going for 10 million right off year one. Maybe you're not new. Again, it doesn't matter. Either one applies. If you're starting off, right, you've been doing this for a few years, great. You have some experience, you understand how to facilitate a transaction, you have some benefits to you. Now, if you're brand new, good, I don't have any bad habits to break. Okay, so here we go. We have our target, we understand our split, we understand the numbers, we understand, okay, now I did the math, I gotta sell about $12 million with that 70-30 split, I gotta make an extra 60 grand. So let's just say it's 12 million. Let's just say my average price is gonna be 500K. You guys can do the math with me. It's pretty simple. We're gonna have to do 24 deals. So for every 2 500K deals we do, we're gonna do $1 million bucks. So that means I gotta do 24 units. We didn't even start the fun part yet, guys. This is the basics. We have to do 24 units. This is where we're gonna figure out what our sources are gonna be. For me, we already know what that's gonna be. For you, I would follow along if you're watching this video, okay? I've made a couple $1 million from cold calling. I think I know what I'm talking about. This is definitely gonna be the fastest way to get there. I'm gonna say social media can be one. You can say your sphere of influence again, but again, last and certainly not least is going to be cold calling. Now, if you guys are brand new, you don't know what your numbers are because you've never done anything of any of this yet. You're like super wet behind the ears. The sources you're gonna use to generate business. Okay, so it's not completely crazy for me to write this down. Now, for someone like me, who's been doing it for a couple of years or a few years, or someone like you who might be stagnated at that $5 to $6 million a year mark, or 4 million, you can go do the math. Like, okay, I did do 3 off of social, I did 2 off my SOI, and I did 4 from cold calling. How many were listings and how many were buyers? Big front load on the math. If I can figure out where I want to go at the end of the day, if I could figure out what the math is to get here first, all of this is a lot easier. Like, absorbently easier. So here's where I'm going. We understand the math, we understand our sources. Now, here's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna talk about the things that you're gonna need, the tools, softwares you're gonna need to make this happen. Obviously, we're gonna need a CRM. Number 2, we're gonna need a dialer. 3, we are gonna need email campaign. Again, I don't care how you guys use it. I don't care what you guys use, because I want you guys to understand what it's gonna take to get there. Again, what do I use? I use Mojo as my CRM. Mojo Sells is also my dialer. There's Follow Up Boss, there's Zendesk, there's Salesforce. I think Salesforce sucks personally. I think it's way too old, it's terrible. Pick one, it doesn't matter. The one you use is the best one. Number 2, your dialer. Mojo, Redex, Vulcan, Espresso Agent, Enzo Dialer. I like Enzo Dialer. I also like Mojo Sells. Email marketing. Doesn't matter what I use, just use one. I used MailChimp for the longest time. It works, it's fine. I've used Brevo, I've used Klaviyo, but again, just use one. Now, what you guys have to understand is you're gonna be emailing your clients, you're gonna be sending out email campaigns 4 times a month. Social media, I just want you to clean it up. Tools, things that you're gonna need. Here's one thing you could use right now. DJI mic. I have the 3rd version. I don't know if you'll be able to see that if it zooms in there. I have the mic version. It's good. You guys can use this. If you don't want to go crazy and go balls to the walls right off the rip, that's fine. Get a mic. You can get a shotgun mic. You can get a camera. The other thing that I would do is get something like this. Okay, just so you guys can see what I'm working with here. This is the basic stuff, and this is a little tripod. I can fold it, I can move it around. If I want to put it on my desk, I want to put it in my backpack, travel with it, it's super compact, it's nice. I use this obviously for my phone, if I'm going live and I want to stand and talk or whatever. That's all I would really recommend to you guys right now at this moment. And you don't need to worry about this right away, but it's something you should do that's in the first phase, which is going to be branding. You're going to become what I like to call sell ready, okay? It's one of my topics in the beginner's course, which is sell ready. What is sell ready? I have my MLS, I have my broker, I have brochures, I have a business card, I have a digital presence, I have a website. Where is everyone gonna be looking you up nowadays? So we need to make sure that we are standing and popping out, and we have all of our, we're gonna treat this like it's a real business, so we're starting over from scratch. You're gonna handle this and you're gonna treat this like such. Now, we have our tools, we have our software, we have our math for the most part. The only thing that we really didn't account for here is if you did 5 million last year, the only thing that we really didn't measure is you gotta figure out where the sources are, which we found that, where they came from and how much time you spent on each one. And then the other thing is the average price point. And then the last thing we didn't do is how many were listings and how many were buyers. The end. Okay, next. So Nucci, now how do I hit my 10 million? I want to get out there and work. All right, so look, here's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna set our targets and our schedule in order for us to hit our goals. Number 1, if you do any math here that figures out that your social media did 8 deals and your SOI did 2 and your cold calling did 6, and you see that there's a weight imbalance, that a lot of it came from this side as opposed to the other side, we're just gonna double down on what worked. If you got a lot of social media deals, but they were all buyers and you want to pull back from buyers, then we're going to pull away from that. My math would be, I need to talk to 20 to 25 people a day, new people a day, that own a 500K house or more. The second thing is, we're going to put our schedule together. So my schedule is going to be like this, something along the lines of 5:30 a.m. wake up, I'd go to the gym, and from like 6 to 7:15, I was at the gym. From 7:30 until about 9 a.m., I'm calling expireds. All right, my handwriting is gonna get a little chicken scratch here, but here's where I want you guys to really stay with me. I'm gonna break this down at a super high level, so just stay with me. I'm gonna call these expireds. I'm gonna get 3 different phone numbers. I'm gonna get the most popular numbers that are in my county, in the Tri-County area. So in Miami, I have my 305 number. I have a 561 Palm Beach County number. I have a 954 Broward County phone number. I'm gonna call this list of expireds 2 times to 3 times per day off of these 3 numbers, and I'm gonna cycle through them. So when I call this guy at 7:45 in the morning, which, hey, it's not too early. John, believe me, the last thing I wanna do is call you this early, but if you're not first or last, I hope we can appreciate that. I'm calling because I'm absolutely certain the property should sell, blah, blah, blah. You already know the script. The scripts and all that stuff, we're gonna get into that. This is what you guys are gonna do. Now, if you don't have a market that supports a lot of expireds, you're gonna roll into the for sale by owners. So you're gonna do FSBO and expired. And if that's low, you're gonna go back in time time on the expired. So let's say you're calling it's June 1st and you go back a week. You go back from May 20th to June 1st, whatever. And you only have 100 or 200 people. Your average dial session that you have should be around 200 people at minimum. That's 2 hours. It shouldn't be anything less than that. Now let's say I only have 50 expired. If I only have 50 expireds, I'm gonna call this list 4 times. And if I call them off of all these numbers, they're only gonna think I called them once. Maybe a few people are gonna hear from me, they're gonna think that I called them twice, but I really didn't. But I did. I would do this at lunchtime too if I had nothing going on, and I would do this at dinner time if I had no other meeting. Okay, so you guys are following with me so far. From like 10 to 11 a.m., you guys are still, you either could still be calling or you're doing admin work. You're sending your emails out to your buyers. You're looking at your listings. You're setting up auto alerts for the properties and places that you're farming. You're doing your admin work. At 12 o'clock, you're doing lunch at home or in front of your desk. You're not bullshitting. You guys are not having fun here. You are working. So at 12 o'clock, you're gonna have lunch. 12:30, maybe you're back doing your emails and whatever. At 12:30 to 1 p.m., you are going to do your follow-ups. You're gonna call all your people. You're gonna call your past clients, your current clients, the people that you've met with, that you didn't close, and anybody else in between. You should do that for no longer than, I don't know, 30 minutes to an hour max. 1:30 to 3 p.m. should be a circle prospecting blitz. Here's the other thing. We are not just gonna shoot from the hip and call randomly. I want you guys to understand one of the other things that you're gonna do is, that we haven't really gone over is, you're gonna have to go over the content that you're gonna send out to your clients on this database, and you're gonna also have to build a sphere of influence, and then you're also gonna have to find your places, find your farming market. You will never learn this anywhere. Your broker will never in a million years even know where to start with you, nor take the time to do this, let alone do it for free. But here I am. I'm also gonna even go a step further here. I'm gonna put skills, practice required. Sales, systems, consistency. This might be one of the greatest YouTube videos I've ever made in my entire life. Holy shit. Let's go back to the schedule. Based off of the farming markets that we're gonna find, which you're gonna go after your farm. I'm gonna leave that typo there, I don't care. You're gonna go after 3 different markets, and you're ideally gonna wanna target, when it comes to circle prospecting, you're gonna wanna find 200 to 300 homes or units per place, and you're gonna wanna find 3 of them. I wanna see a healthy turnover rate. I wanna see a healthy, consistent flow. I wanna see what the absorption rate is. So if I go look on I'm gonna look on the MLS, I'm gonna do a big, massive search or radius, and if I see that there's like 4 or 5 homes that sold over here in the last 60 days or the last 30 days, I wanna see what came on the market in the last 30 days. And if there's 12 homes that came on the market in the last 30 days, and there's 4 homes that are selling a month, I know that this place has 3 months of supply, and it has a healthy turnover rate. And then this pie is gonna start turning into a bunch of data, like days on market, who's the agent that sells over there, what's the average price per square foot. I'm gonna do all this homework, and I'm gonna figure out the average year built. I'm gonna build my list. Now here's another thing. When you go on the MLS and you're building your little list, or I'm sorry, you're gonna be on Mojo or in your dialer building your list. When you build your list on your dialer, you need to make sure that you take all of the active listings out of this. So make sure when you're doing that, you take all of the actives out so you don't call them. This is basically in a nutshell. Let me make sure we're still rolling here. We're still rolling there. Awesome. This is in a nutshell your formula. Okay. Now I didn't finish my schedule here, so let's get back to this. 1:30 to 3 p.m. your circle prospecting. 3 o'clock to 3:30. Let's say 3 o'clock. You're prepping for an appointment, because you should have an appointment between 4 and 7 p.m. That's it. 4 to 7 p.m. you should be going on appointments. If you guys are not going on appointments and you call yourself a real estate agent, I'm not sure what the hell you're doing. It makes no sense. If you are literally not going on appointments at least 3x a week, you have a serious issue. So here's the other thing. You guys aren't going to your office. You're not doing kumbaya with your friends. You're not doing matcha Mondays with the girls. You're not doing bullshit. Now this is your schedule here, guys. At least 3 to 4 times a week. Why do I say only 3 to 4 times a week? You're gonna basically take this schedule. This is gonna be your nesting schedule. You guys are basically going to do the same thing, but a couple things are gonna switch. Instead of you circle prospecting at 3 p.m. and instead of you calling at 9 a.m. a.m. or 10 a.m., you're gonna go to that coffee shop where you like to farm, or you're gonna go to that cigar bar or that happy hour. You're gonna show up, and again, you're gonna go to the places where your clients hang out. So you need to understand your clientele. If your client likes to hang out and smoke cigars every Wednesday at 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. and have happy hour at this place like Churchill's in Michigan, that's where you're gonna go. For me, it's Bell Harbor. I wanna be seen, I wanna be heard, I wanna talk to my people there, and I'm gonna talk to the bartender, I'm gonna sit there every day. They're gonna know who I am, they're gonna know what I do, and eventually they're gonna start being my point man and my point woman. They're gonna start telling me, hey, this is the guy you need to talk to, or they're gonna tell that guy, you gotta talk to Nucci. That's gonna be the thing, that's how it's gonna work. The only other thing that I missed here is your team, like your lender, your title rep, your referral partners. So you got your lender title, your inspector, your mold guy, your camera guy, whatever it is, your team of people, this is who you're gonna need. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. I mean, I don't think there's one thing that I could, without going into the scripts, without going into what to send your client base through emails, without going into deeper detail on when to farm, when to start sending mailers and geofencing, and what you're gonna send your clients on your database over here. What I could tell you is for your emails that you're gonna send out once a month or once a week, 4 times a month, what I would do is I would record 12 videos, one for each month, and just make it more catered to your market. Like you have a January video, you have a February video, you have a March video, you know, like, hey guys, it's this is how to winterize your home, 3 tips to summarize your home, you know, prevent this kind of mold or this when it rains in August or hurricanes, whatever it is. 3 ways to check out if your windows are still in good condition or your AC or whatever. But without going into like the actual tactical listing appointment and circle prospecting, the other thing I would tell you here is when it comes to the sales and practice required, you're gonna need a 5 out of 10 sales skill to go land 1 appointment for every 20 people that you speak to. The consistency and how long it'll take you to get there, it'll take 30 days and it'll take roughly 15 to 20 hours. And then by day 60, you guys should be at about a 6.5 to a 7, and then that should trim this down from 1 to 20 people to 1 to 15, which is going to keep condensing. Instead of you converting 10 to 15% on listing appointments, you're going to convert 15 to 25%. Again, once you get to that like 6 to a 7, then when you get really good, you're going to start converting like 30 to 40%. And then after that, it's, you know, that's when you're really, really good and build a brand. But this is basically, in a nutshell, everything that I could possibly give for free game. If you guys have any other questions, you want to see more of a deeper detail on what softwares and systems we use, the scripts behind it, how we prepare, how we're using AI to leverage, you know, just speed and efficiency with certain things in the business, from ranking our leads from best to worst, so we know who to call first, and everything else in between, I would encourage you to visit us at one of our free live trainings that we do. I do about 1 a month, where I literally just pull back the curtain and show you exactly what we're doing and what my 1,400 students are doing to grow their business right now and hit these targets with ease. So like, comment, subscribe, share. I can't talk right now. Go to my Instagram, follow me at Nucci Real Estate, but this is it in a nutshell. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you. Peace.